Watch the run. Watch the run.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm going to run you over.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran.
He's got it at the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Check. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Oh, yeah.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Check safety, check safety. Switch, switch. Jumper, 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 jumper.
Red 80. Check 13. Check 13.
On the ground, it's Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Shit. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go, let's do this.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Watch the safety creep. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Now Joe Mixon. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
Come on. 2nd and 10. The Steelers' 31-yard line. Back. Ship. Switch. Check nickel. Check 4.
On second down, here's Mixon. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
Hey, Charlie! Watch the screen, watch the screen! Watch the screen! Mike, touch!
Back to throw, Darnold. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
King! 6-6, pull it high.
Mayfield to throw it. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 48 yards.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
180. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. It's our field.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And contact defensively. And that might make things 5 yards easier. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a first and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Switch. Kill. Hey, turn it up. SOS. Red 80. Check. Motion.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Mayfield looks to throw over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. 3rd down here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And this will be taken at the 13. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Safety's creeping.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Cook. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. First down, here's the run with Cook. Cook stripped, the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
This has to go down as one of the...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Faking the give, Darnold. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
6 guys, check 6 guys. Jim.
Now a run with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Steelers' 33-yard line.
We're going to sack. Check, 59. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Red 80. Defense, hey, Haywood. Mike's 59. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Red 80.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. N'Keal Harry, as the first half is winding down, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rose. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. I smell fear in that offense. Kill, kill, kill. Hurry, hurry. Up, up.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rose. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now he's going to go up top over the middle into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they try the right side here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play nets a -4.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
59's Mike, 59's Mike.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete. There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Watch it. Yo, lady.
They start the drive with Cook. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there out of Cook. 54 yards on the ground.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Shift, shift. Show it up, show it up.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on off.
There he goes left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Santos with the extra point. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Cook. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
36, 36. Check 43. Check 15, check 15. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check.
Again, it's Cook. Dances by him. 7 yards there and a first down.
Here we go. Mike 10. Mike 10, Mike 10. Check 24, check 24. Kill, kill, kill. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. No, no, no. Off, off.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch the shit. Slam, slam.
Now it's Mixon running right. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Got his man, that's Harry. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
And the Bengals first down.
Here we go, son. Mike 10, Mike 10. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Shift, shift. Hey,
They run. Cook. And he's got some space here. The 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Dalvin Cook with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Mayfield down. Over the middle, complete. That's Rose. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Mayfield. Looking for Campbell downfield. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
From the end zone, here's Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's only able to get it up to about the 2-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they got him behind the goal line. Cook goes down for a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
59 mark, 59. Point it right.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was Quincy Williams with a tight coverage there.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Dalvin Cook, 69 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your... But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Get the ball.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rolling to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 18. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On 1st down, it's Clark. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. Clark. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, it's Clark. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Check 26, check 26, check 80.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Clark. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Check 9, check 9. Watch the end. Say. Watch twist. Begin. Yellow 80. 59.
Nixon will try the right side. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Back to Mixon on first down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Darnold. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get.
Hey, Zoo. Mike, check. 59. Check.
Lady.
Check me out.
Motion.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Kill.
Red 80.
Mike 10. Watch the run.
Mike 10. Red 80.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, Foxtrot.
10's the Mike 10.
Now Darnold. He wants it all for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process.
Now Mayfield lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Paris Campbell, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield, and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here then. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cincinnati, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they will fall to 1-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.